Hi, and welcome to a Tuesday evening live card making tutorial. This evening I have for you a DIY St. Patrick's Day card that's like finding a pot of gold because it's adorable but really easy to make. And I'll be using the new Stampin' Up! Good Luck stamp set. So let me start by introducing myself. I'm Shelly Godby, and for 24 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. So let's have a closer look at this stamp set. Now, this is an online exclusive, so if you didn't see it in a catalog, that is why. And so many of our products are showing up in the online exclusives, and look at that, so reasonably priced. And so you have, of course, the adorable cauldron and bubbles and a horseshoe and a couple shamrocks, some stars, a heart, and the greeting, good luck, your gold, lucky to be friends. And so cute. I know it's a very, very popular holiday, for good reason. And so after you see this, you'll want to pick this up in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com, to make some St. Patrick's Day. And the one I'm making today, I'll be using Lucky to be Friends. So a great one to send to friends. Hey, Miss Danette is here. Hello. Okay, so big month, February. Start redeeming those bonus days coupons. They're good through the end of the month only. I mean, that's 4 full weeks. Well, almost 4 full weeks, and so that's a good amount of time. But don't let them slip away. That's cash sitting on the table. So we've got some die cutting to do, and I'm using the party banners dies. Aren't these fabulous? Look at these, and so you can go from quite small, very nice. There we go. To quite large. And so like, whoo. Yeah. And then you have the little holes if you actually wanted to make a banner. And so these are the party banners dies. Oh, I have the QR code here for you. Show you this. And I haven't used the huge ones yet, but hey, there's always that possibility. Okay, what a great way to, you could redeem your bonus days coupons on this. And while I'm here, let me show you. I have mine stored on a magnet card from Stampin' Storage. And so this isn't the new packaging. They just came this way before, but these are the packaging, the new 5 by 8.5, and they're specifically for the new packaging like this, the new envelopes. They're designed for that because our stamps and dies are now coming in these envelopes. And so you can follow that in to pick up so you can start getting all nice and organized. Okay, so we're going to use these. So I need my Stampin' Cut and Die machine. Let me grab that and the plates that I need to get to the appropriate thickness. And so bonus days coupons, oh my goodness. All right, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And, if you think what I do is a lot of fun, and it is, we have a new join offer going on right now. And added to your starter kit absolutely for free is the new Stampin' Positioner, available only to temporarily new demonstrators. And so, to be honest, I haven't played with mine yet, and I want to get all the ins and outs and be ready when it's launched for all of my customers. But if you think, boy, I'd love to have a business like Shelly, I'd love to have you join my team and share with you all that I have learned in my 24 years. And so you need to use with a thin metal dies, plate number 1 and plate number 2, or I'm using this magnetic platform that I picked up on Amazon, and the link is under the video. And then you need a plate number 3, a cutting plate. And so we have our cardstock, basic white cardstock. And I need to grab the right size. I don't think I need, make sure I know what size I'm grabbing. I was going to count the numbers. Okay, so yeah, I grabbed one. I thought that's too big. I am using 2 of them because we will layer. And so I've got the basic white cardstock. And you know what? I can do both at the same time. With that cutting edge, that raised edge, that's the cutting edge. We'll place that down. And see, the magnets hold my cardstock in place, and then I want to layer it. And I'm using Shy Shamrock. My good friend Cherie was over. I said, I want to use this stamp set. And I was looking at greens, and she grabs this, like, oh my, Shy Shamrock. How perfect is that? All right, so the next size up, and so we can just do both of these at the same time. And here we go. We're going to place our cutting pad on top. If I scoot it, I'm scooting either the die or the paper or both. Oh, so there we go. Let's go ahead and crank that through. All right. And we'll need this again in a bit. I'm doing 2 cards. I'm doing first my simple and then my stepped up. And there we go. Isn't that nice? Very, very nice. And all right, so let's get these right back on the magnet card so I don't lose anything. And I just love how strong these are. You know, I can't shake the dies off. This one's hanging over, but they come off so easily as you watch me use that. Okay, so we are done with that, but we will be doing some embossing in a little bit. And okay, so got that. All right, so you ready to start some stamping? Yeah, with our good luck stamp set. So, and this was my friend Cherie's idea. Let me go ahead and, oh, I want to show you something, and then I can close that out. Okay, so every month, glass board, this is my magnetic glass board that I'm using. Every month they come out with a new one. I just had to show you the February one. How cool is that? It's like, oh my goodness. But then what really tickles me are the magnets. How cute are those? So limited edition magnets to go with this really pretty glass mat. Like, oh, they just know how to do things. And when you use code Stamping Smiles, you save 20%. Well, through March 30th, I earned a discount for you. And so I just had to show you that one. And so I can, let's do this. Let's come back. Maybe. There we go. Okay, let me give you the QR code because you can use the code, or here's another one. This is one my friend Michelle got. Beautiful. I've got the black and the gray. When you use code Stamping Smiles, normally you save 15%. You save 20% store-wide. But I just had to show you. I thought, oh, I wonder what they did for February. And I assumed it would be Valentine's, but how cute is that? All right, so now let me come in closer so you can see what I'm doing. All right. And so the Shy Shamrock, you know, this is a 24-26 in color. So that means it'll be retiring. We'll be seeing on the list, what, the end of March, beginning of April? The retiring list for the annual catalog. And that'll be the whole group, including Pretty in Pink. Okay, so we'll pick this up and slide that in. So as I started to say, you know, you would think, oh, black cauldron. She says, why don't we do green? Like, it turned out so cute. So you ready? All right. So I'm getting smarter about not just putting my stamps right in the center, because I just keep catching so much ink that I don't need to. And we'll come over here, straight up and down. Hey, Miss Cherie is here. Speaking of the devil. We're having so much fun. She retired and finally having time to stamp together again. Wasn't she right? She was right. We know when you're right, and she was right. So let's go ahead and close this. Okay. And then bubbling over, we have the crushed curry. Pick this up. There we go. Slide that in. And we've got our bubbles and our stars. All right. And being photopolymer, we can see right where we're stamping. And right about there, I'm going to press and hold it. Cute, 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 right? Oh my goodness, that's not a bad gold at all. All right, so let's do this. Okay. And we'll layer this, and I'll use my Stampin' Seal. Put my finger where it's a bit opaque. There we go. Sometimes I have to give it a little bit of help, and that's okay. All right, so there we go. Cute, right? Okay, so then, now remember, this is the simple one. All right, so some more Shy Shamrock. And then let's open our pad back up. You know what? I feel like I'm going to go see if I can go out just a little bit. Okay. All right. And then I use the shamrocks, the shamrock, the little one, and then the stars. The little one of the stars. I started off trying to use both, and they were just so different in size for what I'm about to do. And I realized, okay, I want to grab this. All right. So again, I'm getting smarter about putting them off to the side. Yeah, because then, see, to try to stop not catching so much of that. I mean, if you go straight up and down, you shouldn't be catching it. Oh, okay, we got another side. I practiced earlier and didn't have that problem. So let me work on what I'm doing. I did with Cherie. It's like, okay, straight up and down. There we go. Earlier I had really good images. And so I want to create a border. Cute, cute, cute. So we'll just keep rotating these. Okay, and that'll get hidden anyway. It's all good, because this will end up on there. So earlier I was nice and calm and going slow, and it worked out really, really well. So just be calm and press. There we go. Let's come up over here. Let's rotate it just in case something more peeks out. Okay, that is looking really good. And so this will go on here. So let's see how I was showing you. It was going to cover it up anyway. I need to have this here because I want to stamp my greeting, which is lucky to be friends. Cute, cute, cute. And on this, I want to use a tuxedo black. Get that good and inked up. And I never like to place anything, secure it until I'm done, because if I mess up, I could turn it over, but I've already messed up. So, but there we go. So straight up and down, we will hold this still. And how cute is that? Hey, if you'd be so kind, please give my video a thumbs up and a share. I'd appreciate that. And then back to our Shy Shamrock. Oh, I just saw my underoos are showing. Okay. And the little heart, because they're our friend. And so I'm using our Clearmount blocks. This is a B. I was using the C and the D for the big one. And they've got these grooves on here that make them so comfortable to hang on to. Polished and grooved. Hey, Miss Adelaide is here. So here we go, our little heart. How cute is this? Aw, sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. And so then to finish it, I have, let's use my favorite adhesive ever, Stampin' Dimensionals. These foam adhesive dots just make everything extra special by giving it a lift. So we'll use 4 of these. So St. Patrick's Day, I mean, it is a really popular holiday, and it's been a long time since Stampin' Up! Has had a St. Patrick's Day set. You know, I don't know about you, but I just got tired of making shamrocks out of hearts. Like, oh, so glad to have a set. Okay, but doesn't that add a nice little touch? Just creating our own little border, or, you know, yeah, it's a border along one side. I mean, you could do the whole background, but I thought that was just right. And so then I went to put it on here. It's like, it needs something. It is too plain. And I ended up, and I didn't want, it was too much doing a full layer of the crushed curry. So I said, I know, and I tried it, and it worked out so well. So I'm going to use this. And my one of my rulers from there. And what's nice is I'm able to see that I have it on here evenly to help me out. So I'm going to put some adhesive right along here. to catch this. It's a lot easier to put it on this big piece than that little one. So while that's holding it in place, because I was having a hard time, I can come up over here, see what I'm doing, and then press down. Isn't that slick? And I want to repeat this on the other end. So the rulers are turning out to be a really awesome product. So let's do this again. Like I said, I can see that I have it even on here. And step in over here. And so these are also something you can pick up at Glassboard Studio and save 20% with code Stamping Smiles. Is that slick or what? Okay, so that just set that off. It made such a difference. Oh, Miss Adelaide likes those dies. Yeah, these are pretty cool. You know, here's my thought. They don't fit in our standard envelope. So look how this is so much bigger. Let me show you the difference. Look at the difference. And so these are our new envelopes and everything's going to be in them. This is just an educated guess or talking out of turn. But because of that, I'm thinking they're going to retire. I don't know, but it just makes sense when they won't fit in our new packaging. What do you think? Okay, so back with the Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, look how neat I was. I put them right back where they belonged. And because laying flat, okay, we gave it a lit, that little bit of yellow just really dressed it up. But giving a lift will take this simple card up a notch and make it more special. So you could make these for all of your friends or your child or grandchild's classroom. Too cute, lucky to be friends. It's really sweet. I don't know who came up with that. Clever. Okay. And then, so the Shy Shamrock, didn't this turn out pretty? Hey, Miss Jane. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. So here is, boom, done. I promise quick. So that is our simple one. Now we're going to step it up. Okay, so let me show you what I have done because we just did this. I have this stamped and this stamped. But remember I told you we're going to do some embossing, so let me grab that again. Back with my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You know what? We're not quite done stamped. Oh, thank you, Miss Karen. All right, that heart. I need to come back over here and add that heart. There we go. That just tickles me. That is just really a fantastic touch. Okay, so my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're going to, with a Forever Plaid, I believe, embossing folder. Hey, Miss Jane. All right, I can show it to you when we're done. We're going to use that, and for that, we use plate number 1. All right, so now this is a 3D embossing folder, and they are thicker than the regular embossing folders that normally you would put between plate number 1 and plate number 2. For these, no plate on the bottom. We're going to work right off on this platform, open this up, place my cardstock in there, and I do want it to be straight. I mean, these lines aren't perfectly straight, but I don't want it cockeyed. And you want the hinge to go in first. You know what? Oh, okay. I need to scoot back out. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so you want the hinge to go in first. Easy way to remember that is the Stampin' Up! Logo facing you. So we're going to be right on the plate. And then we need, if we use 2 standard plates, too thick. 1 plate not thick enough. What you need is a plate number 4, this specialty plate. It comes with the purchase of a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but it is also available to order separately. Because it will also fit the Sizzix Big Shot. Okay, so we're going to crank this through. So you have to get your stamping done first. To try to stamp afterwards, it would not look attractive in the least. But how cool is that? What a nice, easy step up. Let me show you this. I believe it's the Forever Plaid. If you're on my blog or YouTube, all the supplies are listed. But I just really like this, and it's still available. Okay, so that is one of our step ups. So now when I want to add this, has texture. I need to come back in. Geez, my craft catcher. Don't you just love that? Just boom, put all my debris over there. So whenever it has texture, you want something stronger. I could use mini glue dots, but my new favorite friend is the tear and tape adhesive. Wow, this stuff. Just so easy to use. Um, very economical. You get a lot, but it has a super strong hold. I started using it on the embossing folders, went, well, isn't that nice? And then, because a lot of times an embossing folder, it'll warp the cardstock. And so your card, what you can put around the whole perimeter because it's just so cost effective. And you saw me press down. I do that. So the adhesive is sticking to the card, so it makes it easier to come up. So let's use my ruler again. There we go. I need things to be straight. And center that on there. I'm looking that it's going over the 5 and the 1 about the same amount. And it stopped scooting away from me. It's like, oh my goodness, because I was putting it on, picking it up, putting it on, picking it up. Wait a minute. So there. Okay. And repeat and do this again. Boy, I just, it was just too blah without some more color, but it was just way too bright, I felt, with a whole layer, even if it was only, so we have that. Okay, so now, but here's a step up. What happens when we put this on some basic black? Isn't that sharp? And I like this look where it's the corners in the side. So again, we're going to use the tear and tape adhesive. Fantastic. And if you're just joining us, well, welcome. And please be so kind as to give my video a thumbs up and a share. I sure appreciate that. And tomorrow when the video is done uploading to HD, I will have a link to my blog post with all of the measurements to make it easy for you to duplicate. And see, now I can have that really good hold on there. Because like I said, the tear and tape, easy use. I mean, literally, you tape it and just tear it off. So tear and tape flows better than tape and tear, huh? Whoops. Okay, so I didn't have that good hold. I didn't press. Got ahead of myself. So let's do that. And then if I need to, I use my take your pick tool to get up and under it, which helps too. Because embossing, yeah, it's a different animal. There we go. These are coming up nicely. I need to work with that other one. Fantastic. Let's come from this end and see if I do better. There we go. Okay. So I got out my gray mat so you could see the black. Oh, well, thank you, Miss Jane. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I was so tickled with the ruler. Like, oh my goodness, that just made life so much easier. Okay. See how we're looking here. I don't press till I'm happy. That's looking pretty doggone good. And so back with this base, but doesn't that black set that off? So again, of course, simple card. We're going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. Maybe we put the green on that way. We definitely want to put this on like that. And one in the center. Get these off. Look how easy they peel off anymore. Do you remember when we always had to press down with our thumbnail? So if ever something isn't coming up easily for you, just press down with your thumbnail. It makes that edge come up. And on there, more Stampin' Dimensionals. I sure wish I had invented these things. Okay. We still have another touch. We're not quite done. And so the first card is when you spend $50 or more with me in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com, in February 2026, I'm going to send you one of these cards. But when your order jumps up to 150, I send you one of my stepped up versions. And so here we go for the stepped up. I've got the rhinestone jewels, and I really wanted gold, and I didn't find the best gold. I thought, ooh, I wanted to be nice and shiny. Oh, thank you, Miss Cherie. And so I got out the rhinestones, and we don't have crushed curry in a Stampin' Blends, but you know what? We got Darling Duckling, and that worked really well. And this is just one of the coolest things that we can do is we can color them. Oh, you know what? Okay. Really, I really didn't want a huge one. We do come in 3 sizes. Okay, I want a couple of the medium, and it dries very quickly. I'm using the bullet end. I have used the brush end, and they can be a little rough on it. You know what? And so we don't need to do that. So there we go. Okay. And they dry. Boom. It is just one of the coolest things ever. I thought I left a take your pick tool in my caddy thing, but apparently not. Yeah, I guess I did not. Okay. They are hiding somewhere. So instead we'll use my cutter bee scissors. All right. So I always press down so the adhesive sticks to the embellishment. Okay, my take your pick tool is easier than this. And then I started filling in some of the, is that looking like gold? How cool is that? And then, there we go. Yeah, take your pick tool, much easier than these scissors, that's for sure. I've got 2 of them, but I've got it scattered somewhere. Lord knows where. Okay, and all right. Starting to be my friend. I've got a friend who can just pick these up like that. I really prefer my take your pick tool. Maybe I need a third one because when we had paper snips, oh my goodness, I have so many pairs of those scattered all around. Oh, great. And I wanted a small one right here in the center. There we go. Of the heart. Now, you know what? I just grabbed one that didn't get colored, but we'll fix that. I'll just make sure I stay on it. I could see where I picked it up right there. Yeah, definitely use the take your pick tool. Much, much easier. Let me press that down. Okay, and there we go. So our stepped up. It's still easy. So let's have a look. Let me grab our cards. There we go. And simple to the stepped up. Same basic card. We added the embossing, some basic black, and then on our gold. How cute are these? Super simple to make with the Good Luck stamp set that you saw was only 17. And so, oh my goodness. And then you may have Shy Shamrock. And if not, it's still available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. But how cute is this? My goodness. And adorable cards. Well, thank you, Miss Danette. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun playing, and thanks to Cherie, because I would have done black, and that's just really cute. And she said more than once, which is true. How great would this be for Halloween? Just cover that up with something. That'd be easy enough. That's a great cauldron. Okay, so I'm so glad you came and joined me. Like I said, a very popular holiday. People just one of those fun things that I think mostly you do with friends, right? You go and have a good time with your friends. So let me come over here. There we go. All right. And you can put the comments up. So in case anybody has something to say, I can see it. So thank you. Oh, Miss Adelaide, she's going to steal my idea. Well, I shared it with you freely, Miss Adelaide. And so the Good Luck stamp set and everything I use is available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. You know, except for the magnet cards, that's a different company, and the glass board. And but those links are also available under the video. And so when you place your $50 or more February 2026 order, I'm going to send you one of my simple cards. Bump that up to 150 or more, and I'm going to send you one of my stepped up. And so all those supplies are available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I think I've said that before. Want to make sure you know where to go pick up all these fabulous products from Stampin' Up. I am here. Oh, thank you, Miss Jane. I am here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, but you never know when else I'll pop in. But I do know, I don't know the time yet. I am coming back Friday. So what you do is on YouTube or Facebook, go ahead and subscribe, like, but on YouTube, subscribe and ask to get notified. There's a bell, so you'll know when I'm getting ready to go live with another video, so you can come and visit with me because it's so much fun getting to share with you. So subscribe because like I said, I'm here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You can set your clock to that, and but you never know else I'm popping in. Like I said, Friday, I'm definitely coming in to visit with you, and so it is that time once again that I tell you how much I enjoy spending my Tuesday evenings with you and appreciate that you come and watch and spend some of your precious time with me. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create handcraft smiles. Good evening.